All right, everyone. Hello. Hare Krishna. So nice to see you all.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let me go ahead and share my screen and then we'll get started. And if you can turn on your videos, if possible, that would be really cool. Namaste. Hare Krishna. Okay, let me share my screen with you. Okay, can you all see my screen? Yes? Okay, perfect. How about now? Can you still see it? Yes? Can someone tell me what they see on the screen? You can unmute and just tell me.
108 important Bhagavad Gita verses.
Okay, great. Thank you. And it's full screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so we're going to learn a new verse today. We're going to quickly go through the verses that you learned before. Then we're going to learn a new verse, and then we're going to hear a story about another incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. Okay, so let's first start with our opening prayers. And you can unmute and you can just say it along with me and try and read it along with me, okay? Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Thank you. Okay, and this is the first verse you all learned this year. We're going to read it together one time, the Sanskrit part right here, and then the translation also. Okay, so if you all can unmute and we'll all say it together, okay? Please unmute and we'll say it together. And I'll try to say it a little slower for you. All right, let's start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Dhritarashtra
Uvacha
Uvacha
Dharmasthiti
Kurundre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Good job, everyone. Thank you. Okay, and the translation? Let's say it all together. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? Excellent. Okay, let's go to the next verse. Okay. Again, let's say it all together, okay? Ready? Karpanya dosho bhavata svabhava pritchami tvam dharma samudacheta yatriyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. Good job, everyone. That was great. This is a long one. Well done. Okay, let's say the translation all together also. Ready? Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Excellent, everyone. Thank you. Okay. And please keep your what's it called? Your microphone on, okay? Because we're going to learn a new verse today. So this is our new verse today. I'll explain a little more about it and after we practice saying it together. But before we do that, Let's go back to the two verses real quick from the previous days. Who is speaking the first verse? Does anyone remember that? Nitya? Yes. Nitya, I saw your hand up. Can you tell us who was speaking that first verse that we learned? This one right here?
What?
Dhritarashtra, right? Yeah, excellent. And what was he asking? Can anyone tell me that? What was he saying? Just from your memory, you don't have to read it. Satya, yes.
He was asking Sanjaya what his sons and the sons of Pandu did at the Kurukshetra.
At the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Very good. Okay, and then the second verse we learned here, who's speaking this one?
It's have to become dry.
I see Satya's hand. Let me see if I see anyone else's hand before I call you Satya, okay? Can anyone else tell me who is speaking this verse? I see. Okay, Ansh, go ahead.
Arjun.
Arjun, good. And what is happening here? What is he saying? Does anyone else want to share? Let's see if anyone else has their hands up.
Me.
Who said me? Let me see. Okay, I see MK. I don't know what your name is, but you can tell me.
I'm Nandini and
Nandini. Okay.
this is Nandika.
Nandika, Nandini. Great. Okay, you wanted to answer my question?
Wait, what was the question again?
So what is Arjuna saying in this verse? Do you remember what was happening here?
So he's asking Krishna what to do because he's confused.
He's confused, yeah. He saw all his family standing in the battlefield and he became very sad. He didn't want to fight them. So now he's asking Krishna that he's saying he's confused and he needs some help. He doesn't know what to do. Very good. Okay, let's go to today's verse now. And I'll say each line. I'll say it twice first, and then the second time I'll say it once, and then we'll all say it together 3 times, okay? So first, just hear me say it twice, and then I'll tell you when you repeat after me, okay? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Ashocyan Anvashocastvam, Ashocyan Anvasocastvam, Pragyavadamscha bhashase, Pragyavadamscha bhashase, Gatasun agatasumscha, Gatasun agatasumscha, Nanushochanti pandita, Nanushochanti pandita. Okay, now I'll say it once and then we'll all say it together 3 times, okay? Each line. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now your turn.
Sri
Shri
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
Vacha.
Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Asocyan Anvashocastvam. Your turn. Asocyan Anvashocastvam. Good. Ashocyan Anvashocastvam. Ashocyan Anvashocastvam. Good, good. Pragyavadamscha bhashase. Now your turn.
Pragyavadamscha
Bhashase. Pragyavadamscha bhashase. Gatasun agatasumscha. Your turn. Gatasun agatasumscha. Gatasun agatasumscha.
Gastasu
Gatasun.
agatasumscha.
Excellent. Nanusho panditaha. Your turn. Nanusho panditaha.
Shanti Pandita.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to try 2 lines at a time now, okay? So this first line over here will be alone, but then the next 2 lines we're going to combine, okay? I'll say it once and then you say it once after me, okay? Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
Excellent. Ashocyananvashocastvam pragyavadamscha bhashase. Your turn.
Ashotastvam pragyavadamstabhasase.
Well done. Gatasun agatashumscha nanushocanti panditaha. Your turn. Well done. Okay, let's try to say it once all together, okay? Ready, set, and let's go. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Ashocyan Anvashocastam Pragyavadam Shabhashase Gatasun Agatasumscha Nanushocanti Panditaha. All right, well done. Does anyone want to try on their own or with a buddy?
No. You don't even know it, so I don't know it.
One? It's okay if you're not fully sure. You can try. That's totally fine.
I don't know what to do. I don't have to.
Any volunteers?
I
Krisha?
can say it.
Okay, go ahead.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ashocyanam Ashocastvam Pragyavadamscha bhashase Gatasuna Gatastumscha Nanuchocanti Pandita.
Very good. Excellent job. All right. Does anyone else want to try? That was excellent. I heard someone, but I'm not sure who. Does anyone else want to try?
Who's the
You can say me in case I don't see your hand because I can't see everyone's hands at the same time. Anybody else?
Nope.
You can say me.
Nope.
One more volunteer.
Nope.
All right, well, let's go to the translation. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'll say it once. You can hear me, and then we'll say it all together. We'll read it all together, okay? Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Okay, let's read it all together now, okay? You can unmute, and we're going to read it all together. Ready? And let's go. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. Okay, very good. Thank you. Does anyone want to try reading it on their own? Someone say me?
Me.
Okay, go ahead. I'm not sure who said that, but go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learning words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise living neither for living nor for the dead.
Very good. Thank you. Excellent.
No, very scary.
Excellent job. Okay, I see. Anmai, would you like to try reading it? No? Okay, how about Let's see who else.
Me.
Okay, I see someone raising your hand. It says iPhones. I don't know what your name is. What is your name?
My name is Samanya, and my
Samanya?
brother
Okay.
Samanya.
Okay,
Okay.
please go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of God has said, while speaking learned words, you are mo-
Morning.
mourning for what is not worthy of grief.
Worthy. Good.
Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
Very good. Thank you. All right, anybody else?
You are doing it. No?
Aradia
Yes,
and
you
Rohanika?
are.
Go ahead.
You just have to read
The
English.
Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
I
while speaking learned words, you are mourning for those, for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
Very nice. Thank you. I see Ashi raised your hand. You can go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead.
Very nice. Thank you. Okay, who else would like to read it? Anybody else? Let me see. Kushi, do you want to try?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
Excellent. Thank you. Let's see who else is here. All right. If anyone else wants to say it, please tell me. I see. What else do I see here? Unmai, yes, go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
Very nice. I see Ansh.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
Very good. Thank you, Ansh. Okay, I see Shaurya. Not sure if that's your name. Shaurya Tiwari? Do you have your hand raised? No? Okay, we'll take one more. I see iPhone has your hand raised again.
It's my brother.
Okay, what's your name?
Ways. Just go. Just
Okay,
do
would
it.
you like to say the translation?
Yeah,
Okay, go
okay.
ahead.
The Supreme Personality of God had said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
Excellent. All right, thank you all so much for reading. So here, Krishna is replying to Arjuna. In the last verse, Arjuna was saying that he was confused, he was feeling overwhelmed, he was feeling sad, he didn't know what to do. So now Krishna is beginning to respond to him. Okay. So before we go on to that, I'm going to do a little activity with you. Okay. So what you're going to need for this activity is your finger. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to point to different parts of your body. Okay. When I tell you point to your head, you're going to point to your head. When I tell you point to your shoulder, you'll point to your shoulder, and like that. That's how the activity goes. Okay. So let's get started. You need your finger, and everybody, please point to your shoulder. Please point to your shoulder. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now please point to your elbow. Point to your elbow. Yeah, good, good. Now point to your nose. Excellent. Okay, point to your ear. Good. Okay, point to your head. Okay, wonderful. Point to your eye. Good. Okay, now point to you. Point to you. Okay, I see some people, you're pointing to your mouth. Is your mouth you?
It's
Some people
me.
are pointing to your nose, your face. Is your face you? Who's you? Who do you point to when you have to point to you?
Me.
What do you point to?
Your
Your whole
body.
body? But that's your whole body. So what's you?
This is me.
Okay.
Point to yourself.
See, everyone has different answers for that one, right? So actually, if you were confused, that's right, because your body is your body, but your body is not you. Actually, what is you is a soul that's inside the body. Okay, so we all have a soul, and we are the soul that are inside our bodies. And our soul is what gives our body life. It makes our body move, it makes it do all the activities that it does. Okay, and yeah, we have a brain, we have all the different organs in our body, but we have a soul, and that soul is us, and that gives life to our body. Okay, and when that soul leaves the body, that's what we call death. Okay, once we leave our body has no more life in it, so we can't use the body anymore. Okay, so when you say who you are, you're actually the soul. You're not the body. Okay. And the soul is very tiny, so we can't see it with our eyes, but we can feel its presence because when our body is alive, that's how we know that we as a soul were inside our body. And all the other bodies in the world, everything that has a body, they're able to function and they have life because they have a soul inside the body. The person of that body is the soul. Okay? And like I said, when that soul leaves the body, that's what we call a dead body. The body doesn't have life anymore. Okay? The soul, the life is gone. Okay? And so here, yeah, when death happens, when the soul leaves the soul doesn't die. So the body only dies. The body stops to function. It can't do anything anymore, right? It can't walk, it can't run, it can't talk, right? But the soul, which is us, who's powering the body, moves to a different body and begins another life in another body. Okay? So this is what Krishna is he's beginning to explain to Arjuna in this verse. Okay? He's beginning to explain the difference between the body and the soul. The difference between the body and the soul. Okay? I see a hand. Your hand is up. What would you like to say?
You is not your soul, it's a combination of all the
Can you say that again?
you is not your soul, it's actually just a combination of a bunch of different parts of your body and soul.
Okay, that's an interesting, yeah, so they're different explanations, but what Krishna is saying, what he's telling Arjuna is that we are actually the soul, and the soul gives life to the body, okay? And all the other things that happen in our body, they're the result of the soul being in the body and giving it life. And once the soul leaves, then nothing can happen in the body, okay? And Krishna will go on to explain more about the difference between the soul and the body in other verses. So you'll start hearing about that more. But this is just the beginning. Okay. Okay, so that was about this verse. So now we're going to go to our story for today, which is about Kurma, an incarnation of Krishna. Let me exit out this screen real quick. All right, can you all see my screen?
This is Vishnu. Kurma Avatar.
What can you see on my screen, just so I know you can see?
That's Vishnu. That's Kurma Avatar.
Oh, excellent. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're going to hear a story about Kurma Avatar, which is the second avatar or incarnation of Lord Krishna out of the 10 main incarnations. So you all heard a story of the first incarnation 2 weeks ago. Can anyone tell me what the name of that incarnation was? Anmai?
The Matsya Avatar.
Matsya, yeah, excellent. And what form did Matsya come as? Can someone else tell me? Satya?
A fish.
Yes, a fish.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. So yes, the first out of the 10 main incarnations of Lord Krishna was Matsya, or the fish incarnation, right? Which you heard about 2 weeks ago. And now, today we're going to talk about the second incarnation, which is Kurma, or a turtle, right? So Krishna came as a turtle in this story. So the story goes like this. So one time, the demigods, so there's two different entities in this world. So there's a group of demigods who actually they take care of the different functions of the universe. I think you heard about one demigod last week. Does anyone remember?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No? Okay, so last week you heard of the sun god, the sun demigod, right? We heard about the sun moving the different direction last week. So that's the sun god, right? And he is the personality behind whatever the sun does to make this universe function. And so there are other demigods that do different things to make this world function. So they are the demigods. And then there are a group of people who are the demons, and they often cause trouble to the demigods. So one time, the demigods were very weak because they got cursed by this one sage named Durvasa Muni. And he cursed them to lose their power. So they were very weak. And then the demons heard of this, and they thought, this is the perfect time. Let's go and attack the demigods. And then we can get whatever they own, their kingdom, and whatever else we want to get from them. So they went and they attacked them. And because the demigods were cursed, they were so weak, they couldn't fight back. So the demons won, and they injured many of the demigods, and they attacked them very badly. So the demigods were very disturbed, and they were hurt. They couldn't properly do what they needed to do to make the universe function. They have different duties. So they decided to go to Lord Brahma. Does anyone know who Lord Brahma is? Anyone know? Ansh, yes.
Lord Brahma is the secondary creator of the universe.
Okay, yeah, he is. Yeah, he helps create the universe. And he is in this picture right here. He has 4 heads. Okay, so that's why he looks like this in this picture. But all the demigods, they went to Lord Brahma and they asked him for help. And Lord Brahma decided that they all were going to go to Lord Vishnu and ask him for help. So they went to Lord Vishnu, they offered him prayers, they took shelter of him, and they told him what their situation was and that they needed his help. So Lord Vishnu, he told the demigods, he said, make friends with the demons and make a deal with them, okay? Tell them that if they help you churn an ocean, then you'll get nectar out of that ocean and you can share that nectar. Okay? So that's what Lord Vishnu told the demigods to do. So the demigods, they went and they told the demons what their plan was, and they asked them for help. And they made an agreement with the demons to churn an ocean. Now, an ocean is very big, so they needed something really big to be in the middle, so, to help churn the ocean. Okay, has anyone seen the old-fashioned way of churning butter? Has anyone seen that before? I see some of you are shaking your heads like this. Does anyone want to tell us how that happens? What's the old-fashioned way of churning butter? See, okay, Nitya? Nitya?
Like when it's like you churn the butter in like a pot and like you have to make like a stick that you churn it.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a pot, you put yogurt inside it, and then there's a rod or a stick in the middle with some blades at the end. So it goes into that pot, and then you put a rope around that stick, and you pull the rope like this back and forth, and then that rod moves around back and forth, and the blades that go inside the yogurt, they churn it up. And then after it's churned for a little while, butter starts to come out of that yogurt. Okay, so that's how butter was made a long time ago. So here, what the demigods and demons had to do is they had to churn an ocean. So it wasn't a tiny pot of water, it was a huge ocean. So they had to get a very, very big item to be their rod, okay? And they had to get another big item to be their rope. Any little rope wouldn't do. So what they did was they got a mountain called Mandara Mountain. They put the mountain in the ocean. It's a huge mountain to be their rod, churning rod. And then they asked a very special snake to be the rope to help them churn that rod. Now, this snake is special. He also came in Matsya Avatar's story. Does anyone remember that snake's name who came in that story?
No.
Yes, okay, I see. Again, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but your name says MK.
I'm Nandini.
Nandini, yes. Okay. You had your hand up?
I don't remember the name of the snake, but I remember what he did.
Oh yeah, you can tell us what he did.
He helped Lord Vishnu in the form of a fish to get the people to the place they were going.
Yeah. Yeah, so he helped Matsya connect to the boat, right? They were taking that big boat on the waters of devastation. Yeah. So that was the same snake. Now, does anyone remember the name of the snake? Krishnagi, do you remember? No? All right, Ansh, tell us.
Vasuki.
Vasuki. Yes, thank you. So his name is Vasuki. He came in Matsya Avatar's story. He helped Matsya pull that boat. And now the demigods asked him again to help them churn the ocean. Okay, so he agreed. So here you see on one side are the demigods, and here on the other side are the demons. They're all working together to churn the ocean. Okay, and out of the churning, oh, yes, okay, so before, let me go back. As they started to churn, they noticed that the ocean was so big and this mountain was not able to stand still. The mountain was moving back and forth and it wasn't able to really churn because it wasn't able to sit on anything, okay? Because the ocean, the ocean is very, very big. So they didn't know what to do and they prayed again and they thought of Lord Krishna. And then Lord Krishna came as Kurma. So he came as a turtle and he went under Mandara Mountain right here. So Mandara Mountain rested on his back. He came as a huge turtle. Mandara Mountain rested on his back. And then finally, Mandara Mountain became still. So they could churn the mountain and then churn the water like that. So the whole time while they were churning the ocean, Kurma Avatar, this incarnation of Lord Krishna, he came and he was sitting there under the mountain, supporting it. Okay. Now, as they were churning, many, many things came out of the ocean. Just like when we churn yogurt to make butter, butter comes out. So while they were churning that ocean, so many things were coming out. One thing was poison. It was a very deadly poison, and its fumes started to go all over the universe. So someone had to do something. So does anyone know who this is? Anyone know who this is? Let's see someone who has not said it. Krishnangi, go ahead.
He said who has it gone.
Shiva, yes. Excellent. This is Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva, he drank the poison and he held it in his neck, okay? So that the whole universe would not get destroyed by the poison. Then Lakshmi Devi also came out of this churning. So many other things came out. And finally, after a long time, the nectar came out, okay? This was originally why they decided to start churning, to get the nectar. The nectar, I think I forgot to tell you, but it's really important because the nectar, whoever drinks the nectar becomes very, very strong. So that's why the demons agreed to help, because they wanted some of that nectar so they could be strong. And the demigods needed the nectar so they could regain their strength, right? Because at the beginning of the story, they were very weak. So finally, the nectar comes. But now that the nectar is there, the demons and demigods, they're getting nervous because both of them want to take it for themselves. They don't want to share anymore. So finally, just before anything could happen, Lord Vishnu came again in the form of a very beautiful lady named Mohini Murti. And so she came and she took the nectar and she was able to get the demons to sit in one place and the demigods to sit in the other. And she told them that she will personally give them the nectar one by one. Okay. So then they listened to her and they did exactly what she told them to. So she had the demons sit in one side, the demigods sit on the other, and she tricked the demons. She tricked the demons by not giving them any nectar. She gave everything to the demigods. And that's how the demigods are able to regain their strength and they were able to carry out their duties for the world, to make the world run smoothly. Okay, so that is the story of Kurma Avatar. How Kurma came and helped his devotees, the demigods, to churn the ocean so they could get the nectar and get their strength back and do their services. All right, everyone. Let me go back to this picture right here. Now, if everyone could share something that you remember or something that you liked from the story or from the verse today, please raise your hand and then I'll call on you. Let me exit out of here. Hold on one second. I'm going to cancel my screen share. There we go. All right. See, Ansh, go ahead.
I didn't know the shloka.
You didn't know the shloka. Okay, that's something new for you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, anyone else? I saw Aradhya and Rahanika, both of you. Would you like to share?
The Lord Krishna became a turtle in the ocean.
The churning of the ocean? Have you heard that story before? No, okay, it was a new story for you. All right, that's great. Nandika and Nandini?
Was it Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna that came back as the avatar?
So Lord Vishnu is also an expansion of Lord Krishna. So Lord Vishnu comes from Lord Krishna. So it's Kurma is an avatar of Lord Krishna. Thank you for your question. Yes.
I have one question. Did the demigods know that Lord Krishna was helping them?
Yes, they did. They prayed and then they saw Lord Krishna come as Kurma to help them. Yeah. Okay, who else would like to share? Let's try to get everyone to share something that you liked, that you can remember. Satya?
I like the story.
You like the story of Kurma? Kurma Avatar?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I did.
Thank you. All right. Did I see Anmai? Did you raise your hand?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us.
I like the fact that Krishna tricked the demons.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Ashi? Ashi, did you have your hand up? No? Okay, we'll come back to you, okay? iPhone again. Brothers, I'm sorry. Can you tell me your names again?
Samanyu and Samia.
Samanyu and Samir. Okay, I saw your hands up.
I like the story.
You like the story? Great. All right. What about your brother?
I like I didn't like it so that way. It was kind of scary.
It was scary.
Yeah, I like it. It was my scary thing sitting on.
Okay, okay. Was it too scary?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
it's like Pac-Man or something.
Was there something that you liked from the story? Samir?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking? Okay, should I come back to you?
A snake.
Okay. How about I see Shoria. I see you're unmuted. Would you like to share?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
My favorite part is the snake in the story. That is
Nice.
tied all up.
Do you remember his name?
No.
No, Vasuki. His name was Vasuki. Vasuki.
Wait,
All right, thank you.
Fuzzy.
Okay, who else would like to share? Let's try to get whoever hasn't shared yet. Anika?
I'm thinking.
I like the story a lot. I hadn't heard it in a long time, so it was nice to hear it again.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. How about Nitya?
I like the story.
Okay. Okay. What did you like about the story?
I liked where they like they the ocean.
They churn the ocean? Yeah, that's quite a unique activity, right? You don't really see that happening on the usual. All right, who else has not shared yet? Ashi, are you ready?
Okay.
I've watched this Krishna thing. So when he was little, a lot of like people used to come try to kill him. But when he played the flute, which would
Okay.
attract cows
Okay. What reminded you of that?
during the story.
Okay. Okay. So you were reminded of that story. All right. That's nice. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see who else. Nandika, I'll come back to you. Let's see if there's anyone else who hasn't shared yet. How about Atishya?
I like how they got a mountain to turn the ocean.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. What about Krishnangi? What did you like? Or what do you remember? What's something that stuck out to you? Oh, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Could you say that again? Oh no. Maybe you can type it in the chat. I can't hear you.
Me?
Sorry about that, Krishnangi, but I'll read your answer, okay? Oh, okay. Nandika?
I'm Nandini.
Nandini, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I have lots of Krishna stories that I got and I really like them.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Okay, what about Kushi? Have you shared yet?
In the story, how like uh like some Lord Vishnu disguised as a lady and then tricked the demons.
You can do
You
that.
like how he tricked the demons too, right? So I think someone else said that. Do you remember the name of the the lady that he incarnated as?
Um,
No, Mohini. Mohini.
How did just say it's
Excellent. Thank you, Kushi.
not the story.
Okay, Krishnagi, let me see if you have written something here. Okay, when they use the snake Vasuki to churn, Krishnagi says, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. All right. We'll take two more. Anyone who has not shared yet, and then we'll finish for today. Nimai.
Just thinking. I'm still thinking.
Okay.
Just say start.
The Ahan. Haven't heard from you, I don't think.
Part where they trick the demons into not getting any nectar.
Okay, that's a popular one. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, how about Tusha?
On time.
Tusha?
Just say that.
A point I liked was the story because I haven't heard it in a long time, and I got to learn some new things.
Very nice. Okay. All right, I'll take, okay. Samir, right?
I like the story.
You like the story? Okay, what did you like about it?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that you liked it. I have, let's see if there's anyone else. No. Okay, last call if anyone wants to share anything. Nandini?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Oh, we're about to finish now, but yeah, you all can use the bathroom whenever you need to. Okay, well, thank you all for your attention. Thank you for participating and sharing what you liked. And we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend and a good week. Bye. Hare Krishna.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Opt out.
Leave color.